we're talking about domestic violence, and that's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been doing for a long time now. For some, it's easy to talk about domestic violence, and for some, it's not. Those that have been living in that kind of environment, it's difficult for that person to come out and talk about it. And by us being very proactive and doing a lot of prevention and awareness, we want to make sure that the people that are living today in domestic violence, they're not afraid to come forward and seek help. And the help is there. We've worked very hard, not only here at our office, but with other agencies that exist in Hidalgo County. We're talking about law enforcement agencies. We're talking about agencies that give services to victims, agencies that strictly work with domestic violence victims. So there's a lot of help out there, and it's important that we bring out all this information so people and victims can have access to it. But not only them, also friends and families that know that domestic violence exists. We want them to have this information also because they can make a difference as well. Yes, domestic violence does not only exist, unfortunately, here in Hidalgo County. It exists throughout the whole nation. And we're doing everything we can here in Hidalgo County to, one, try to stop it. No one should be treated and be abused in a domestic violence relationship, whether it's a female or male. And there's different kinds of domestic violence and abuse. We have physical, we have mental, we have emotional abuse that goes on, and it starts slowly, and then it just escalates to where at one point we have physical abuse, and that's where ultimately we don't want to get there. We want to try to catch it early in the sense of trying to help that victim and trying to get out of that relationship because it's difficult. It's not easy. So once it gets to a physical abuse, then obviously there's criminal charges that come with that in the sense of prosecuting that person and making sure that they don't do it again. But the prosecution is one thing, and then obviously the prevention and awareness is another thing, in the sense of making the citizens of Hidalgo County know that they can walk into this office any day, and the services will be there to help them in them living in a domestic violence relationship or environment. We have many people who come into to our office today and yesterday and even during this pandemic. We've been helping and servicing a lot of people that have come in, that have called and given them their services. And the more we talk about it and the more it's out there, the more people come in, the more people that are seeking information, that are seeking help, not necessarily in a physical environment abuse, but to the point where it's escalating and it's getting there. And we try to give them every resource that we can to be able to help them. Here at our office, we have a lot of resources and a lot of help here at our office. We have our crime victims unit, we have our advocates here at our office, and we have our protective order division, we have our domestic violence division. There's an abundance of resources and help that they can get here, but also law enforcement. We've worked very well with law enforcement in the sense of helping victims and stopping domestic violence. And different agencies, for example, Mujeres Unidas. I keep talking about Mujeres Unidas because they've existed here for a long time, and they've done many great things, for individuals who got help and have moved on in their life. But those are the type of resources and agencies that exist, a phone call away, or again, where they can come and visit us here at our office. We have victims who are men, we have victims who are women, and then unfortunately we have victims who are children. Domestic violence does not discriminate in any way. Again, but it's a difficult topic. That one doesn't want to talk about for obvious reasons. But I think the more we press on and the more we talk about it, the more we have conversations on it, the more we recognize, domestic violence. I think it's easier for people to come out and say, I need some help. Can you help me? We want to stop it completely. That's our goal. I can tell you that we try very hard here at our office and also working in collaboration with every agency. We want to stop it. It should not exist. Those individuals who are causing these harms and causing, abuse in the sense of physical, mental, or emotional, that should not exist. No one should be treated like that, whether it's a female or a male or a child. And unfortunately, because it exists, we have to figure out a way how to stop it. How to get the help to those victims. That some it's difficult to come out and ask for help, and then those that are without any hesitation coming forward and we're giving them the services that they need. We have filed thousands of protective orders, thousands, and I want the people to know and reassure them that there's a process, and we're going to follow that process the best we can. And if for some reason someone can't get a protective order, okay, under the law maybe you weren't able to get a protective order, but there's other resources out there. We're not going to leave you by yourself. So again, that's just one opportunity that we have to be able to help them, along with so many other resources that are available. But again, we're going to do everything we can, and we're going to continue doing everything we can, along with law enforcement, along with every agency that's out there. Hidalgo County is a big county. There's over 1 million people that live in this county. And yes, we need the help of everyone out there as well. And what does that mean? That means that if a family member knows what's going on, if a relative knows what's going on, if a friend knows what's going on, please help that person find a way to get to us, get to a law enforcement agency, get to another agency, so we can give them the services that they need and the help. Because I think if we stay quiet about it, I don't think we're helping the situation any, in the sense of trying to avoid from something happening.